All right, second game of the season, second home game of the season. This is a big one. Number 14, Marshall. Yeah, really don't need to say much more. This was a really important game. It was a very weird game. Like you heard, the announcer said it kicked off at 7:50. We are initially supposed to kick off at 7. Then we got moved up to 6:45. Then got postponed like 3 or 4 times because of thunder and lightning. Yep, ended up kicking off 7:50. We were ready. We were going to be ready if we were playing later that night. If we were playing the next morning, nothing was going to stop us from playing well in this game. Yeah, so this video I'm just going to do a little bit of a recap on major moments. I'm not going to do like every touch or every defensive action, just the major ones. Sometimes it's me like just like stepping and putting back pressure to the guy that like you don't need to see that, or like me just like passing the ball to my other center back or to my goalie. It's pretty simple stuff. But yeah, all right, so let's get into that right now. All right, so here's kickoff. We get the ball, give it to Yost at number 6, and I get the ball here, and then I pass it off to Jack. These are the simple passes that I'm talking about. Like, I'm not really going to show, but I just wanted to show since it was kickoff. But yeah, don't expect any more of that. All right, so the next time I'm involved, I get the ball from Yost, who's our number 6. Take a poor touch, but I recover, and then I dribble up to get in front of their forward so I can cut it back to Yost at number 6. He takes a good touch to break the lines. He goes to play our number 9, Wilmer. It doesn't come off. There was miscommunication. But now Marshall's turn. They have about 5 guys running at us. So I think the best idea right here is almost try to win that ball right there. I don't get it, but I can still pressure the ball. They do get a cutback and they get a decent look on goal, but luckily for us, the guy puts it over. So yeah, not the best start. 5 minutes in, that would have been really bad to concede a goal, but we got out of that. So the next play, our left back has it. He gives it to one of our center mids, Rico. He gives it to Griffin, our left center back. I get the ball here. Now I notice everyone's shifting over. Number 7, their left winger, is in our midfield right now. So our left back, he stays wide. So I look over there and then I chip it over him. And now we break that line, takes a good touch, and we can go forward. The next play, they have a throw-in. So if you pause it here. So before the throw-in, we should have our left back in front of number 17, the guy on the ball right now. But we didn't communicate that early enough. So the guy gets a good bounce, goes around our other center back. So I have to come over, try to contain. So if you actually pause that, I get turned around where like my back's towards the ball. You never really want to do that, but I knew he wasn't really going to be able to take another touch. So I kind of got away with that right there. Yeah, in the end, I get a touch. It touches back off his leg, and then we get a goal kick. So, yeah, pretty good play there. Next one, so you can't really see it, but I started probably at like the 25-yard line and like in the middle of the hashes, and then I just kept backing up as Griffin was getting ready to take this free kick. So I get a ton of space, and the forward doesn't really know where I am because he wasn't checking his shoulder. So, yep, I can get this ball very easily. And then straight into our midfield, number 6, Yost. Again, takes a touch, good positive touch forward, tries to give it to one of our forwards. The guy does a good job closing down, but we retain possession. Then we swing the ball around. Griffin doesn't like it over there. He gives it back to me. And then once again, they're attacking mids. They kind of just leave their forward one-on-2 with the center back. So then I just slip right back to Yost, and then he sees our right back going forward. It was a right idea, just a little bit too much on that ball, but it's all right. Next play, so I'm in here stepping with their forward, number 17. He's playing really deep. I maybe could have passed him on, but I didn't know if there was anyone behind us besides the winger. But as soon as I see the midfielder running through, I kind of stop my run and try to get back. We had another center back, so he read that really well, and then ended up getting the block. So honestly, we kind of worked it out during the game through any number of stoppages. We kind of figured out, all right, I'm going to pass this guy on, and then I'll make sure I take this runner. So this didn't happen too much more. But yeah, Marshall's really good at a lot of movement, trying to move guys out of place to get freed up runners. You'll probably see that later in the game. But yeah, got out of that. Griffin made a good play. So the next play, Griffin's on the ball, gives it back to me. It's a bit behind me. Right here, I should just give it to Yost, our number 6. But I saw number 7, who was really far inside again. So I tried to give it to our outside back, Tommy, again. I lofted it quite high in the air, which gave their right back a ton of space, or a ton of time to get to him when I could have just played in the midfield. I did this one other time in the second half, so I definitely need to just play the simple ball, and then we'll be out of that situation. Next play, the keeper has it. The keeper played really high on Marshall. If you ever seen him play, he plays like a 12th man on the field, or sorry, an 11th man on the field, almost like a sweeper keeper. Yeah, right back goes up for the header. He doesn't win it. We're covering the center backs and the left back. He should be on the other side of number 7, I think, but yeah, we get away with it. We have a recovering player, and I see this guy getting ready for a shot, so I step up to block, get good contact on it, and then yeah, we avoid that. The next play here, the right back makes a very good run around our forward. There's also a very good pass to him. He gets his head up. He sees I have one of their midfielders on my back shoulder. He makes a really dangerous pass. I stretch my leg out, get a nice touch to this ball right here. I think our goalie's coming out, so I run in to get in the goal, but he doesn't come out. He kind of hesitates. It's an awkward bounce. It's awkward distance. The guy, I'm in the goal just in case the ball goes over our keeper. You can see the other center back, Griffin, recovering into the goal. Yeah, he tries like a overhead kick almost, and then hits it over the goal. Out for a goal kick. So we avoid that chance. Maybe our keeper comes. Maybe I give him a shout, or he gives me a shout to try to go away. That way we're not in no man's land hesitating, and we can maybe avoid a situation like that. Next play, they give it to the midfielder. Jack makes a good play. Unfortunately, it bounces right to the number 17, the forward. So I put pressure on him. I just guide him around to our other center backs. In the pressure, he takes a shot that's never going in. Our keeper gets it. He wants to play it fast. He gives it to Yost in the middle. Yost goes out wide. I see the ball is going out wide to Vigo, a right back. So I give him an angle just in case he doesn't like what he sees forward. And then that ends up being the case. I get the ball here. Head up, see the midfielder's open. Tell him the guy's crashing on his right shoulder and that he has me back. He lays me the ball back. Now their left winger or a midfielder, the player that's about the 25 right now, he's in between one of our midfielders and our right back. So I see our right back is advanced. So I just loft the ball over him. Right back takes a good touch. And then he plays it forward to our right winger Palmer, who's quite fast and has been able to beat their left back in behind. Left back does a good job of recovering and gets a block in and makes it easy save for the keeper. But plays like that, where we move it into the midfield and then one bigger pass to break the line, those are really, really good passes to help break pressure. So next play, I get the ball, dribbling, try to draw a defender. I maybe have, I think that's Jacko in the midfield. But I don't like it. I see the guy who is in between our right back and our midfielder. He kind of takes a step inside. So I give it out wide and then always give an angle. And then I tell our right back that there is, that's Wilmer actually, our 9. He's coming in deeper. I tell him that he's on. He gives it to him. And we get a good turn. Unfortunately, it doesn't come off. But number 17, he's the only one in there. And I feel like I can get really good back pressure on this. So press the ball, he takes a bad touch. It kind of gets like jammed in between our feet. Of course, with the program, they've been able to. But yeah, after that, Rico, he gets the ball, plays it forward, and then there's a nice 1-2 combination. And yeah, Palmer gets through. Great finish, the hard finish for a right foot player there, and that's the opening goal and the game-winning goal. Yeah, huge to get a goal on Marshall first because they're a really possession-heavy team. They don't like rushing. They try to like meticulously drain you. So now that they have a goal scored on them, they have to play with a little bit more urgency, which they're probably not as comfortable playing in. So yeah, always good to get a goal early. And honestly, in any game, it's really important to get the first goal, and we do that there. All right, next play, they're right back. Does good dribbling to weave through our defenders, or our counter pressure. Unfortunately, our left back, he steps in, doesn't get the ball, so he's beat there. Then the right back plays a nice one-touch ball to one of the forwards. The forwards were quite fast. But Griffin, he gets a touch on this, and then it goes right almost under my feet, so I don't really have a lot of time to react. If I were to do this again, I'd probably either just try to play it out, or maybe, honestly, I could probably turn inside or give it to our keeper. But I take like a touch forward, and the guy gets his arm around my shoulder and kind of knocks me off balance. I fall, the ref calls that a foul. If the guy would have put his hand lower, the ref probably wouldn't have seen it or called it. But when you're moving that fast, anything can really throw you off balance. So it was good we got that call. Next play, the ball comes to our right back. gives me the ball, I have time on the ball, I give the ball in the midfield, tell him there's a guy on him to just bounce it. That's good for just creating space, making other players move, and getting a new look on it. Don't like what I see going forward, give the ball back to our keeper. So right here, I noticed our keeper, the guy's pressuring him, but he's not really cutting off the angle, so I beeline it to get square with our keeper so he can give me this ball. I know Gabby's going to do that. Good pass from him. And here's the second time I say I played long instead of playing on midfield. Yost is wide open. He gets this ball. He's turned. 3 guys, maybe more, are broken. But I try to go long to Palmer, and it ends up going to 2 guys. He's covered the center back, just kicks that long, and then they get the ball back. Next play, Rico, nice body feint on the guy. Right back Vio gives me the ball. Right here, I could maybe play Gabby or Griffin if I played really early. I kind of wanted that ball hit a bit harder into me if I were going to play one of them. But I end up giving it to Yost, our number 6. Get the ball back, and then see 3 guys pressure, 4 guys around me, but 3 guys are really running. So I don't really have any options except for Rico, who is our player in the bottom right corner. So I just chip that over to him, and he puts a body in and then draws a foul. So gets that. Guy does a little bit of extracurriculars.
They always bring the herd.
Maybe there's frustration from their player, but yeah. So after that, we had a storm. There was the lightning and thunder. Like I said, it was going out pretty much throughout the game, but it was far enough away. Got close, and then we had about 40 minutes sitting in our locker room. We had to re-warm up. Yeah, and then that was never fun. The muscles kind of got cold. Yeah, it just wasn't really great. It wasn't ideal, but I mean, it was for both teams. It wasn't just us, so there's no excuses there. But after this point, it was really just like we were defending a lot. We never really got back into the rhythm that we had. But yeah, so here's the next play. Nice little dribbling with the guys, but we have 3 guys around him, so he's never going to get out of that. Get the ball back. Vigo right back, gives the ball to Jack. He knows I'm going to drop back, so I can give him an option. So right here we have like 3, 4 guys, 5 guys almost around the ball, so there's not really any great options. But there's a small gap opening. I try to hit this low on the ground. It gets through, but it's bouncing and it's wet, so makes it hard for Jacko. Takes not the best, a rare bad touch from him. They get the ball back, and they can keep possessing. So maybe I hit that longer. I thought that was probably a good pass, but I don't know. It was into a lot of pressure. Next play, a throw-in. Number 17 gets a really nice turn on our center back, and now it's just like a foot race. I have a little bit of a lead, but he hits me like with a nice hesitation, and those guys were quick up there, so kind of just try to do my best to keep the pressure on him, and then Rico makes a really good sliding challenge. I was a bit disappointed about that. I feel like I could have done better, but I stayed with him, make sure he couldn't like cut me, draw a foul, so and then Rico recovered, so in the end, it wasn't the end of the world. It was all right. Next play, oh, this was a really shocking pass for me. So I meant to hit it to Tommy, who is the wide guy up the field, and I completely shanked it. So yeah, then they just had guys running in. So once guys got turned, there was a guy running behind me, so I had to either win this header, like I thought I could, which I did, or the guy was through. But I made a good play on the ball, and then kind of shielded number 7, draw a foul, and the frustration was building up for them. So yeah. Terrible pass, but got out of the situation. So, yeah, definitely make sure not to do that anymore. But yeah, next play, keeper gets on the ball, makes a nice pass to one of the guys who flicks on a header. Really nice flick on. I get a nice touch on the ball, and then here, I gave Griffin a shout late, like that I wanted the ball. So, I mean, we were both kind of going for it. I kind of hit it. Goes right to their number 7, who gives a bad pass, and then Vigo is there to clean it up. All right, that was the game review of most of my touches and defensive actions. Yeah, huge win against number 14 Marshall. Well, they're number 14 at the time, they're number 11 now. The rankings the new ranking came out today. Yeah, let's keep riding this momentum. We play Oakland on Sunday. It is the 31st right now. It's Wednesday the 31st, so a couple more days until we play them. It is away, so you're just going to get a travel vlog. But yeah, happy with the way everyone played. We played really well in the first half, got a lot of spells of possession, which is especially difficult against a possession-heavy team like Marshall. Second half, especially after the lightning delay, we did a lot of defending, but I mean, we all hunkered down and then got the job done. But yeah, just try to keep riding this momentum and then see how far we can go. But that's the end of this video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like. If you're subscribed, well, if you're not subscribed, well, if you are subscribed, thank you. If you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that now. Share it with your friends. If you want to see more videos like this, let me know. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.